What's going on, guys? It's Tater Streams, and I'm here with the daily dose of YouTube. I got 10 shorts for you lined up and ready to go. As always, Dubby is the sponsor of our channel, Dubby.gg. I'm not going to put the links in the description because for some reason YouTube is not letting me make shorts out of these reactions, and I don't know why. And it's not cool, and I can't figure it out why, but for some reason I think it has to do with these links in the descriptions below. So go check Dubby out. I won't have it in the description. They're on my old videos, but we're going to see what happens with this one. We're going to run something different. So let's check out the shorts.
Now here's an opinion that's very likely going to be of the unpopular variety. I'm just a little tired of seeing this opinion, so let's talk about Super Mario Galaxy 1+2 for the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
$70 for this is outrageous, right? Well, let's break it.
It's two games. They are old. They are old, and Nintendo is pricing their games at what everybody else is pricing their games at. New games are $70 for PlayStation and Xbox, correct? The only place that beats them out is PC, I would think.
Down. Now look, we're gonna get into a little bit of a subjective territory, but just bear with me. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, two of the greatest Mario 3D platformers of
Subjectively,
all time.
but yes.
Both games launched on the Nintendo Wii for $50. And so when Nintendo remasters both of them and puts them in one package together, you would expect them to be, I don't know, by that math, at the very least, $90.
Are they remastered in like 1080p? Are they in 4K? Is it 60 frames a second? Is it 120 frames a second? Like, what are the details that we need to know about these games? Because I'm not sure if Nintendo has brought their games up to the current speed of the market or what we expect from, you know, next generation games. These being older games, but nonetheless, let's watch what TATERHATERZ has to say.
Right? They're not. In fact, you can actually buy both of these games individually on the Nintendo eStore for $39.99.
So $80.
Or you could buy this package with both games on a physical game cart.
That's big. Physical card. Like, you own it. They can't take it away from you. They're not going to delete it off your system. It's not going to get erased off your account. And whenever the Nintendo shop goes down, these games are yours. That's huge.
They're both installed on this game cart for $70. That makes them $35 a piece. And again, in my subjective opinion, these games are very much worth $35.
Yeah,
but let's break
I'd
it
agree.
down just a little bit further. This version of Mario Galaxy 1 is not the same version that came in 3D All-Stars a few years ago. Both
Okay.
of these have actually been touched up. In fact, if you play them on a Nintendo Switch 2, they're both going to run at a substantially higher
Okay,
frame
that's what I was
rate and
wondering.
in 4K. Not to mention they
Then it's up to snuff. It's up to standard. I don't think that's bad. I don't think it's wrong for them to charge $70. It's an older game, but you're getting it updated for like next gen console. I say that loosely, next gen console, because I mean it's basically like a Steam Deck. I mean the Switch 2 is basically a Steam Deck, but this doesn't say Switch 2 on it. I'm looking at it and it definitely doesn't say Switch 2. It says Nintendo Switch. So it's an older console, but it is, I don't know, man. That's iffy. That's iffy. It is a cash grab, and it is nostalgic, but they are two of the best Mario games, arguably, subjectively.
have amiibo support, they have an assist mode. These have been updated. But let me guess, they're still not worth 35 bucks a piece to
I think they
you
are.
then, right? Do you consider video games, especially of this caliber, artwork? Because I do. And in that case, why are video games like the only form of artwork where the expectation is the older they are, the cheaper they should be? If these games launched at $50 like 20 years ago, why would they still not be worth $50 today? They're not like any worse games. In fact, they've made them better over time. I want to go buy Star Wars on Blu-ray, which is a visually upgraded version than the VHS copy that we used to buy back in the 80s, right? But the movie's been out for like 40 some odd years, so we should only pay like $5 or $10 for it on Blu-ray, right? Wrong. That's not how it works. Just because the art form is older doesn't make it less valuable. Now, let's say you fall on the other side of that fence and you consider all of this just media. Well, then what I would suggest to you is to vote with your wallet. These games probably weren't re-released for you. The reason
And gamers are like, we hold ourselves to a higher standard. Like, I would say people who go see movies hold movies to a higher standard. Like, the cinema atmosphere has changed. The culture has changed. People don't go see movies as much anymore. And what we were spending our money on was like Marvel and DC movies for a long time, but that's actually changing now. And Netflix changed a lot of stuff, and Disney Plus changed a lot of stuff, and that's dying now. I mean, honestly, I would say that streaming illegally is picking up more because these companies keep raising their prices. They keep raising the ceiling on what their base should be. So, I mean, I don't know. Games could be doing the same thing, but we're gamers are of a different breed, man. We expect more, and if we don't get the quality that we want, we're not going to spend our money on it.
A lot of people are so upset that this game is $70. It's because so many people are out there making videos about how $70 is an outrageous price, and the only reason those videos do well is because
for physical copy of the game.
Negative media sells. What was it they used to say back in the newspaper days? If it bleeds, it reads.
With me, I have a sign here. True Christians love everyone. Would you say you believe in this sign?
Yeah. I would say if you have a faith base or a spiritual base, one of the foundations of spirituality or faith, and I'm not going to go into religion, but just having a faith or having spirituality, yes, both those statements would be true. You are supposed to treat everyone with kindness, treat everyone with respect, and treat everyone with love if you do believe in that sort of thing. Now, the only thing I can say about that is I can love you, but I don't have to like you. I can love you, but I don't have to like what you do. I can love you, but I don't have to like what you represent. And that's my choice. I'm not basing that off of religion. I'm just basing that off of spirituality or having faith.
Yes, but define love.
Define love?
Okay.
It's a respect. You respect someone enough to not judge them, to not hate them for what they're doing, no matter what it is.
Do you lie to people you love?
Do I lie to people I love? Not often enough. And I don't lie about...
Should we, in the ideal, when you love somebody, should you lie to them?
Depends on the lie.
I would say if you love somebody, you shouldn't lie to them. Now, that is a tough... This is why this man was a fucking incredible discourse human. Because he could pose these questions that made you think. Now, if I love somebody, should I lie to them? I don't think I should. Because in my personal experience, I have lied to those I've loved. And it's only hindered their growth. It's only hindered them in areas that they needed to progress. Also, it hindered me in the progression of my relationship with them. It held me back. And it would always lead into like more lies. And almost like that I was walking on eggshells or sugarcoating things with them. And I wouldn't want that for myself. So why would I want to do that for somebody else, especially somebody I say that I love? So let's see what he has to say.
Say you have a sibling and they have a dress on and it is just ugly, the ugliest thing you've ever seen. Are you going to tell them that dress is ugly, you need to change it, you horrible person?
Yes. In fact, I'll do it in a way that is filled with love, but I love my sister so much that if she's going to leave the house and be made fun of, I won't let her do that.
Based. Fucking right on the money, dude. Right on the money. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah. That's you would want the same thing done for you, right? Like if I go on stream and I look like shit, like right now my hair is, I don't know, I just fucking use some different shampoo or some shit like that. So it's fucked. I know it is. Now, maybe I think it looks good, but if I have somebody who cares about me and they go like, well, I mean, usually you have it like slicked back. It's usually done a little bit better. Maybe throw a hat on while you do it. I would respect that person for giving me the honest, hard truth more and showing me that kind of love and respect than them lying to me. I've said this before on here. There's a quote, Kurt Cobain quote. I would rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not.
Because that's what love is all about. You see, love
But
is
are you
not.
going to make her feel ugly saying that?
Well, no. In fact,
How would you say it to make them not
I would
feel
say,
ugly?
I would say, listen, I care a lot about you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that maybe you should change that outfit, or let's see what other outfits
What
you
if
might
she's
have.
like, no, I spent a lot on this. I'm really proud. I think this looks great. Are you going to say that what she thinks look great doesn't look great to you?
I would say, look, you can obviously wear whatever you want,
subjectively.
but I want to caution you that if you wear that dress out in public, it might not be received the way you think it would be received.
Mm-hmm.
I would be remiss not to say that if I actually loved my sister. I'd be remiss because love is not affirmation. Love
Mm-hmm.
is not confirmation. Love is making sure that you care so much about the other that you're willing to challenge and point out flaws when you see them and have the courage
Yes.
to articulate it.
Yes.
That's what love is.
And the idea that you could turn the clock back and try to recreate a world that never was, dominated by, you know, let's say it, white men of a certain persuasion, a certain religion, a certain point of view, a certain ideology.
Let's just say it. Men of white men of a certain persuasion. She means straight.
Yeah.
That's what she means. Of a certain ideology. She means conservative, or in general conservative. And then she says of a certain religion. It is very obvious.
Wow.
She's saying Christian. So before we go on, before you hear what she says next, she's specifically saying the idea that you could listen to what she said, turn back the clock to something that never was, when a nation was founded by straight, conservative Christian men. Well, wait just a second. I wonder what our nation was founded by. Okay.
I'll get a lot of flack for saying this, but I think she's a fucking Satanist, man. I think Hillary Clinton worships the devil. She could be like, drinking baby's blood and making sacrifices and shit like that. We already know like what her and Bill did to get into power. It's not hard to figure out. Do your own research.
Okay. So number one, let's say that, but then watch what she says here about Christian men leading.
It's just doing such damage to what we should be aiming for. And we were on the path toward that. I mean, imperfectly, lots of, bumps along the way, but I agree with you. We were on the right trajectory.
You have the leaders of one party who will platform, elect, and cheer for an explicitly Christian worldview and message. And then you have the leaders of another party that will oppose it and vilify it with everything that they have. Why? Because she instinctively knows that the Christian ethical system is opposed to a huge number of her goals. What you're seeing in the New York Times and in leaders like Hillary Clinton and a million people in the last 2 days is this.
Dude, she is like, I'm not even kidding when I say this. She is a agent of Satan. She is a demonic force in human form, trying to break down our American ideals, the fundamentality that our founding fathers had for our country, which was freedom of religion and freedom for everyone. Be that as it may, we didn't get to freedom for everybody until later on, once slavery had been abolished, and we kept moving forward from that, making amendments to the Bill of Rights and so forth and so on. And we're always on a steady forward trajectory in America. But there's always people out there who want to hold us back and bring us to somewhere where we shouldn't go. Some like vilified state where we worship materialism and they feed off of it. It's dangerous, man. It's dangerous.
The scare label of, oh no, what we're seeing is scary Christian nationalism. Whoever controls the terms wins the argument. The strategy is label to dismiss. Let me label it in such a way. It's a scare label. 99% of the time when people use the phrase Christian nationalism, it is an intentionally misleading scare label that implies the following. I can advocate for my godless values in the public square, but you Christians can't advocate for your godly values in the public square.
It's messed up, dude. It's messed up. There was another guy in another country who went after a certain race or demographic of people and hated their religion and their views and their family values, and they're being hated on now today, The word Nazi's thrown around a lot when people want to try and win an argument or shut you down. And it's the same thing she's trying to do by shut down Christians. She's trying to vilify Christians and make them look like the bad guy. There's another quote I want to read. And this goes directly with when people want to win an argument with you or want to dismiss you and they call you a Nazi. This is the quote. They don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so that they can kill you.
So if I advocate for my values, well, man, this is a secular democracy. We believe in religious liberty. And so I'm allowed to advocate for my beliefs because they're, you know, but if you advocate for your beliefs in the public square, it's scary Christian nationalism. It's anathema. It's to be opposed.
Yeah,
so let's break it down real
agenda.
quick. Let's talk Christian nationalism really quick. First of all, what I want to say, if somebody accuses me of being a Christian nationalist, 99% of the time, my response is going to be, yep, I'm a Christian and I love my nation. Yep.
Does the sort of Twitterverse controversy around J.K. Rowling's views impact you at all, or impact your work on the world at all?
No, I can't say it does. I'm not really that attuned to it. The only thing I always remind myself is that I've been lucky enough to travel the world. Here I am in New York, and I have not seen anything bring the world together more than Potter. And she's responsible for that, so I'm incredibly grateful.
Separating the artist from the art. Harry Potter is a phenomenon, dude. If you grew up, you know, in the 90s and then throughout the 2000s and you saw the movies or read the books, then you have a respect for it, or you at least know about it and know how it's well loved by everyone. And just because J.K. Rowling says stuff that you don't agree with doesn't mean you have to hate Harry Potter or burn all the Harry Potter books. I don't know, man. It's easy to act crazy towards somebody or something because you disagree with them, but you don't have to hate the art.
DM'd you a cool thing. Someone leveled up to AR-60 using Flynn's in a cinema way.
Holy shit. Oh my god. That's so fucking fast.
Wait, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That's how you level up to
understand
AR-60?
you have one shot to do that, unless you build another account and level that up to 60. This person just gained all the aura in the world.
That is the coolest AR-60 ascension I have ever seen. Oh my god.
He's just aura farming on us now.
Cinema.
You know how I leveled up to AR-60? I was in a fucking field. I was in some fucking field grabbing mint or like an apple. Where were you when you leveled up to AR?
I'm not there yet. Damn it.
60.
Coming soon.
Bro, I actually looked like a ghoul. Jesus, bro. It was so bad. Like my hair. Dude. This is no. I'm telling you guys. Like
he looks like the AI versions of him out there. He looks like the AI videos of him out there. Oh my god. Go watch Don P. Bongwater's videos of the Menace crew. They're fucking great, dude.
y'all think it was bad. This was the worst day. But where is it? Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
Damn, dude.
Oh god, bro. Like, oh, not a good video for me.
I love that he recognizes
paler
it
than
too.
Kel'Thuzad. I actually look like a I look like a fucking vampire or a crypt keeper or something. Wait, somebody said I looked like a liberal.
Oh yeah. I had to throw some Carpet Man in here, dog. You ain't hip to it, dude. I'd like to thank JB for turning me in to fucking Carpet Man. This shit is dope. We're definitely gonna get
Name a Christian rock band that actually rocks. Here are a few of my picks.
DC Talk. DC Talk's fire. Dude, oh, there's another one. I cannot remember the names. I can't remember. Some of them are really big and you wouldn't expect them to be. So let's see what the rest of them are.
Starting off with one that I sadly don't see people mention as much as they should, and that is Red.
We are 100% gonna get hit with a copyright strike on this video.
Sticking with some of the less obvious choices for this next one is another great mid-2000s hard rock band that has 7 albums of really
Newsboys was
solid
cool.
material, but sadly just never quite reached the same level as bands like a Skillet or Flyleaf, for example.
Pillar is dope as well. Pillar is another good one.
And finally,
I gotta pause more so I don't fucking get hit too hard with a copyright strike. I already have one on the account. I don't need another one. Thanks, Disney. You fucks.
one that's maybe a bit more on the metal or metalcore side of things than the others, but deserves a spot on the list, 1 for their fantastic music, and 2 for having probably the coolest and most fitting name I think a Christian metal band could possibly have.
Demon Hunter? All it needs is an S and K-pop before it.
People are completely done with Xbox and are switching over to PlayStation because Xbox just announced a drastic change. So
is it that, oh, it's the Game Pass thing. Because both systems have jacked up the price. I would say a little more than modestly. You know, I think Xbox, a couple of their systems went up $100. PlayStation went up $50 for both their systems. Like the disc, well, the PS5 Pro went $50 and the standard PS5 went up $50 too.
Everyone that has an Xbox knows what Xbox Game Pass is. It is such a phenomenal add to Xbox.
Oh my God. All right. So literally I had it open on the window and it was $19.99 for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and I was going to buy it. And then the next day it went to $30 fucking. Needless to say, I don't have Game Pass.
Allows you to access hundreds of games that you wouldn't be able to do so without Xbox Game Pass. And when it was first originally released, it was only $10. Now, since its original release date back in 2017, the price has increased to $20, but that's not too bad. But earlier today, it was announced that the Xbox Game Pass price is once again increasing, but this time to $30. So every month, $30.
So it's gone up triple. So they're basically doing what Netflix, Disney, HBO have already all done, and they're losing favor with their fans.
Will come out of your account for Xbox Game Pass, and that will add all the way up to $360 to have Xbox Game Pass for the entire year.
So the other day I was on Amazon ordering another SSD for my brother's PC and I ran into something really interesting. Now this might have been a thing for a while and I just didn't know. I just thought it was kind of crazy when I saw it. It's a heatsink for an SSD, right? But it's also RGB. That's kind of, isn't that kind of crazy? All right, so we have RGB fans.
All right, so I already like this dude. Like he's using a Fifine fucking mic. He seems like he's got his fucking game set up. It's similar to what I'm doing here. I can respect it, dude. Doing reviews on what you like, doing what you love, and fuck what anybody thinks about it. I respect it. All right.
We have RGB RAM. We have some motherboards that have RGB on it. We have even SAG brackets that have RGB on it. And some GPUs have RGB. Dude, what is up with this RGB?
Dude, I uploaded a video of my PC when I built it, and I had rainbow RGB on the RAM, on all the fans, and on the graphics card. And one of the first comments was it looks like Rudolph puked up Christmas. RGB might be reaching an overkill point right now. Oh, I have since changed it just to all solid green.
Thing. Now, I know I'm not one to talk because my PC kind of got a good amount of RGB on it, and I know y'all seen it too. I feel like there's a limit to how much RGB you should put in a PC.
Yeah, but
again,
do what you
I'm
like.
the one to talk, right?
Do what you like. I wasn't a fan of the rainbow that I had. I'm a much bigger fan of the fucking all green setup I have. I'll show you guys.
So since I have ADHD brain, I decided to look more into it. Amazon has a lot, and I mean a lot, of RGB heat sinks. Dude, I saw a heat sink with RGB and a small fan in it.
I don't think I would get that.
This is insane. Am I tripping? Am I the one tripping? I've never seen this before. I'm just saying. Would y'all put this in your PC? And if you already have that, listen, no judgment here. It's still kind of crazy though. I'm just saying. Now, if you're asking if I would do it, no comment.
Gaming memes.
No, I don't think I would put any more than I already have. Honestly, I'd probably go back and do less. But this is the system right now. So it's coming fucked in because of this light. Whatever. Let's go over here to the side cam. So maybe you can see better with that. I don't know. Is it too much? It looks really bad on here. Oh, there's a slightly better, but yeah. It's a little RGB. It's all green. I like green and black, two of my favorite colors.
Let's go. Wait, this is Sora too?
Look, man, I'm not here to judge your whole life, but you died to the cannon minion 8 times in one lane. At that point, it's disturbance. That's not a law. It's just a bad game. No wave, no vision, no flash. You autoed it once, it chunked you.
All right, man, you know why we're here. You did plenty. 53 real-world days on that paladin, you're still in Elwyn Forest. You haven't touched a dungeon, no professions past 30, no mounting. That's neglected progression.
I just like the vibe.
This is fucking great, dude. He's getting arrested for sucking at the game and playing shitty. This is totally a skit, but this is fucking great, dude. A fucking plus for him and his friend for putting this on.
Listen up, man.
Are you serious?
I
I
didn't
didn't do
anything.
anything.
You did plenty. 0 and 11 on Yasuo with no wards bought, refused to group, and you stole blue from your jungle at level 1. That's griefing.
It's just a
Get
bad game.
good, dude.
All right, man, you're under arrest for willful gaming neglect. 3,000 deaths to the Tree Sentinel, still level 1. That's right.
Oh my god, you got fucked up in Elden Ring by the Tree Sentinel 3,000 times? What are you, Kai Sinat? Holy shit. Goddamn.
It's endangerment of your free time.
It's
Hard,
supposed
sure,
to be
but you
hard.
kept charging straight in. No shield, no summons, no stat investment.
Yeah.
Leroy Jenkins.
This is all AI.
You've been detained for crimes against
Oh,
mid-lane
that's
fundamentals.
sick.
You died 10 times in 15 minutes, kept pushing without vision, and you blew flash for no reason.
That's not illegal.
It is.
It is. From your partner, you're under arrest.
For what? I'm literally just playing WoW.
Yeah, and you wiped that raid 3 times in a row, pulled the bosses.
This is great use of AI. This is fantastic use of AI. I approve.
I used to pray for times like this.
My 5,000 euro house is.
Yes. Love this guy, dude. Go fucking follow him. Not hard to search. Just search for my 5,000 house. You'll find him. Part 59. This dude's journey has been incredible, and I'm so glad I've been keeping up with it, dude.
Finally going to be a place worth living. It was the first night of the season where it reached freezing temperatures. I had a small space heater run on solar power. Though it kept me warm through the night, it drained my batteries down to only 20%.
Oh,
I
shit.
definitely need some upgrades there. I won't last the winter at this rate.
Yeah, you do, buddy.
Thankfully, the days are still sunny, and I do not plan to waste them. We could definitely get all of these up today. Yes, my neighbor Chris and I are finally putting the
Dude, the fact that they like cut all of like the boards and like beams for like everything on this house with a chainsaw is crazy. They do wild shit in other countries, man.
roof on this deck. Click. That's nice. After being cut, these beams are about 6 meters long and wicked heavy. Okay, that is the first official beam actually up. After screwing it down, you could see
That's
the
a big
final
lag
shape
screw.
that the deck will be. As the day went on, one beam turned into 2, and then 3, and then 6. But there was other work to do too. My neighbors Patrick and Mladen drove up the hill to finish this path wrapping around the front of the house. That involved drilling holes in their new concrete base and adding metal rods to strengthen it. Then making all of these wooden stakes, pounding them into the ground, and using them to reinforce a wooden frame. Now by this point, Chris and I had finished about half of the deck beams, but we were not going to let this nice day go to waste. Chris doesn't use fire starter. It was time to put work on pause and have a little barbecue. A little
Hell
backstory.
yeah.
A few weeks ago, a family came up and brought me a couple of these rocket stoves.
Those are so cool looking, dude. Those are fucking sick looking, man. I would love to have one of those on like a porch or a deck somewhere, or in your garage. That's dope.
They're made by hand by a company called UBV in Vukovar, Croatia. These guys were great. They cooked for me and my neighbors. They showed me how to use the stoves, but I never got a chance to share it with you guys. So today we're breaking them out again. Technologia!
Dude, the leaf blower for fucking oxygen increased airflow in the fire. I love it.
The rocket stove is super versatile and affordable too. If you want to get one, go to metalshop.hr.
There you go, guys. You want one? Go get one.
The break was nice, but pretty soon it was back to this mess. Yes, the sun was down and it was time for indoor work. Like the snap of his fingers. Alan still has quite a bit of drywall work to do up here in the attic, but he's confident he'll finish within the next few days. Of course, the next day I woke up to non-stop rain. We couldn't do any work, but some friends did come up to visit.
Keep traction on your back foot.
I can't wait till they fix like the fucking driveway that he has, dude. I don't know how they're going to do it. They're gonna have to fucking put like some stone down or something because he's already had like 3 cars wrecked going up that thing.
Yeah, the mud was awful
Oh,
and miserable.
salamander!
No
That's
traction
sick!
at all. Luckily, the next day was better.
I love salamanders.
The batteries will recharge! Yay! Chris and I were determined to get those last beams up, and in no time, we did. Wow! Finally, the deck can be protected from the rain. All we have to do is put up these pretty boards on top. Honestly, after moving those heavy beams, these things were a piece of cake. And by the way, this isn't just going to be a deck. It's going to be an outdoor kitchen, living room, and dining room.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be epic. After working most of this sunny day, we got about half of the deck covered, just as the sun was setting.
Follow this page to see what happens next.
Yeah, dude. Dude's Fire. Just search for my 5,000 euro house and you'll find him. Guys, that's going to do it for Tater over here on the Daily Dose of YouTube. Thanks for coming and checking out. Again, go to dubby.gg and use the code TATERHATERZ. Link will not be in the description. I want to try something and see if it's going to work so I can make some more reactions and shorts off of these videos. Anyway, guys, don't forget, keep yourselves safe.